Yes, hello and welcome. Let's start. If you're using earpiece, can you hear me from Zoom connection? Fortune, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So everybody put yourself on mute so that we can enjoy the class. So let's get started. In today's class, we are going to simply looking at how to push your code to GitHub. As a software developer, you're supposed to have a GitHub account where you'll be pushing your codes so that even if anything happens to your system, all your codes are on GitHub. GitHub is a repository. Repository simply means a storage for your codes. So it's online. You have your Git that you're supposed to have installed, which is on your system. Through your Git, you can connect and push your codes to the GitHub so that they will be there permanently. Now, if somebody is going to interview you and me, the way I will check your work that you've done for your inventory is that I'll go to your GitHub and check it. So if you're following this class, simply sign up on GitHub. If you look for me on GitHub, my name on GitHub is, once you type your github.com/Augustine. So once you're there, you will see me, you see all my work there. You can actually, and I'm going to show you the project you're going to do. You're going to get the code base from my GitHub. So I will show you how to do that. That's what we're going to be doing today. So make sure you have a GitHub account and make sure that you know where I am on the GitHub so that you can get the code base. My link or my ID on GitHub, like I said before, is Augustine. AUSTAINO.DEDON. So that is it. So let's get started immediately. So I'm quickly going to share my screen. So I click on share. Why am I not seeing? Okay, let me make sure that this is on. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen. I don't know why I'm not seeing my Visual Studio Code. Okay. Please, can you see my Visual Studio Code?
Yes, sir.
Are you seeing my VS Code, Fortune?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I don't know why I couldn't see it. Adumin, are you seeing it? Okay, still loading for you. Husseini Abdulami, that's you. Okay. So, good. So let's get started. Are you seeing it? You're seeing my. Okay. So let's get started immediately. So we're going to push this code. The name of this very file is Python tutorial. So I'm going to push everything in Python tutorial. I'm going to push everything in Python tutorial to GitHub. So to do this, I simply go to GitHub. I'll go to my, let me reshare my screen so that you see that I'm on browser now. Oh, you're already seeing my screen. You guys are already seeing the browser, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to go to github.com immediately. So this is github.com/Augustine, which is my own profile. So you go to your own profile. You're not going to Augustine now. Just log into your GitHub profile. Then once you're in your profile, you see where they wrote repositories. Click on these repositories. So once you've clicked there, I want to create a new repository. That's what I want to do so that I can do my work. So you see this place that they wrote new. Click on that new. So now you put the name of this repo. So I'm going to put this repo, the name will be Tclassified.com. tutorial. So this repo is going to contain everything that I've been teaching you people and much more.
Sir, are we going to use the same name?
Yeah, please, you can use any name you want. But if you use Tclassified tutorial, it will be better for you so that if you have any error, I can easily sort it out. So Tclassified tutorial, let me write them together. I don't want any space. So Tclassified tutorial, that's what I have. Then the name of the description is gonna be Python tutorial from Tclassified.com. So that's the name. Then under public, just leave it as public. Don't do any admin or anything. Just click on create repo. That's the next thing you do. I hope it's very clear. So that's what you do. So once you do that, this will come out showing you that you've created it. Please, Amos, put your stuff on mute. So once this comes out, there are options that you will see. First option is create new repository from command line. Push an existing repository. That's what we want to do. We want to push an existing repository. So I simply go here. Can you see this place? Once you click here, it means you're copying. That means I'm copying these two things. So once you've done that, get back to your VS Code. Are you guys seeing my VS Code?
Sir, we didn't see what you did on your GitHub. The copy aspect.
Okay, let me get back again. This place, this is where I clicked. Can you see it? Can you see where my cursor is moving?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And that's why you just click on it. You have copied already. You don't need to do copy again. Once you click there, you've automatically copied. So now go back to the VS Code. Are we seeing my VS Code now?
Yes, sir.
Good. On your VS Code now, you have to now tell it to do the right thing. So we are going to perform some simple action. The number one thing we are going to do is to say Git Init, because we want to initialize this project so that we can push it. So we say Git Init and press the enter key. That's the first thing we do. So you can see it's initializing. So once it's done initializing, the next thing I will do is to do git add all. I want to add all the files that I've been creating since. So that's how you do git add all. So press git space add space dot. So once you do that, you press the enter key. So it's going to add everything. So once you've added everything, the next thing is to commit. So you say git commit. But before you commit, you want to do the commit with a message. And the message for us here is going to be initial project version. So this is our initial project version. You know, you can keep making changes to it. Okay, so you can see that it has added everything. Our student.db, blah, 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 all the files, it's adding them now. So once it's done adding, good, it's done adding. Once it's done adding, you see this again. So after adding, or the next thing will be for you to push. The next thing will be for you to do what? Push. And to push, you simply paste what you copied. So simply right click and say paste. So it's gonna get the remote where it is. So I've pasted. So once you get this remote repository, the next thing is for you to press the enter key so that it will start pushing. So git push origin master, that is where it's pushing to. So now, in a short while, all my code now will be on my GitHub repository. Very, very important. You need to be pushing your code there. That's where your employer is going to be checking to see how much work you're doing. Also, if your computer crashes, you can always get your codes there. So you can see now it's pushing everything. So once it's done, you see this. So now if I go back to my GitHub, this is my GitHub, you can see This is my T-class Python tutorial. If I refresh now, I will no longer see this page. I'm going to see all my codes. So I'm going to carry this to one side. You can see now, these are the whole codes. Conditional.py, db.py, dictionary.py, file.py, function, all the codes we've been creating, they are now all here. So that's how you push your code to GitHub, very simply. And with that, we'll move to the inventory application, which is your project. So this inventory, the first person to finish it and do a very nice work by Monday is going to win 200. It's supposed to be 500, but let me make it 200 so that people are able to do good work. I can give to up to 2 people. So once you get it, I'll give you a research card worth 200. So what file are we using to do this? The file we are using, the file that we are going to be using, once you get to my GitHub to do that, because what I have here is not what you have. So to get what I have, simply go to here. Can you see where the row search? Can you see this search?
Yes, sir.
So click on it and simply type in Augustine the Don. So once you search, you're going to see me. So if you see me there, make sure you're following me, because if you're following me, when you do your project, that's when I'll be able to access. I'm not going to ask you people to pass this project. Once you're following me, you tell me to follow you. So go on our WhatsApp, or if you're not following us on our WhatsApp, chat me up through any means. You have my phone numbers, or through, if you're watching on Facebook Live, drop it in the comment section. Tell me to go and follow you back, because I need to follow you back in order to see your activities. So once I'm following you back and I see the activity that you've done, the inventory project, I should be able to access it and know the person that has the best inventory. So make sure you type Augustine the Don here. This is my name here, Augustine the Don. You see the way it is written, AUSTAINODEDON. So once you get there to Augustine the Don, if you click on my profile, you're going to see all my repositories. The repo that you should be looking out for is Tclassified.com tutorial. That's the repo you're looking at. So once you click on that project, you will see where they wrote fork. Can you see this fork? Fortune, can you see this?
Sir, I can't see the Tclassified Python tutorial.
Are you already on my profile?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, scroll now. It's not my works are plenty, so it might be on the next page. Is that clear? So look for this gradual. You see T-class Python tutorial. Refresh. So you know I just did this now.
Okay, let me refresh.
So first of all, you refresh. Then you now search. If you can see it, you let me know. I want to be following you so that I know that other people are following up.
No, sir. I can only see the git ignore, the pip file, the readme, the db py, the path.
You've entered already. I want you to just be on my profile. Augustine the Don. Don't enter any file. You've already entered inside one file already.
Okay. I should just be on your profile.
Good. Be on my profile. Just go to this Augustine the Don. Or even if you want to get it straight, inside this search, instead of searching for Augustine the Don, just search for Augustine the Don / Tclassified Python tutorial so that you see everything together inside your search. Can you do that?
All right, sir.
Please, if there's anybody that have been able to do that on the call, let me know. Ola and the other person. Okay, let me keep explaining why you look for it. So once you're on Tclassified Python tutorial from Augustine the Don, you will see a fork where they wrote fork. You can see where I have it here. So click on it. Once you click on this fork, this my very project will be inside your project. So go to your own repository. open it, open this Tclassified Python tutorial, then scroll down. Once you scroll down, you see where they wrote path_manager.py. That's the project that that's the code base we want to use. So I'm teaching you how to use a code base to do your project. Very, very important. So click on this path_manager.py. So once you click on it, you will be able to see this project. So this is the code base that you're going to be using to design your inventory. So just simply copy it as it is now. Copy it, go to your VS Code, create a inventory.py. So copy it, go to your VS Code, create inventory.py, then run it. Once you run it, it's going to be running effectively. So once it's running effectively, you can now make the changes from what you've learned today to make it your inventory. But before that, also, once you copy the, make sure you also copy this other one, db.py. That's where the database was created. So click on db.py, also copy it. So once you copy db.py, also go to your VS Code and create db.py and paste the code. So once you paste these two codes, run the code, run your path_manager.py. You'll see that it will come out. So once it comes out, so let me try to run my own here so that you see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to simply say Python path_manager.py. So let me run my code now and see so that you see what we are talking about. Please, can you see my VS Code, Fortune?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Where's my key now?
It's outside.
Eh? Where's my key? Which side?
Okay. Can you see my path manager? Is it
Yes,
showing?
sir.
Is it showing? Good.
Yes.
So this is what is supposed to be our inventory. So the what I want you to do in your code base is that this path manager, I want to be seeing supermarket inventory. That's what you design. So write this on a paper. In place of path manager, I want to see supermarket inventory. In place of path name, I want to see product name. So product is going to be your product, the product, things that they are selling in their store. That should be here. In place of customer, I want to have a common name. So let's say a product, the name of the product is Indomie noodles, you understand? Or say Maggi cube. What do people normally call it around your area? Maggi, isn't it? So you write down Maggi here. So this is product name. This is the common name of the product. Product name is the name that the company has given it. Common name is what you give it. You understand? What people around you normally call it. Then the customer, yes, I say the customer, you should change it to common name of the product. The part name is the normal product name. Then under retailer, you're going to change this retailer to amount in stock, the amount of this product you have in stock. Then price also is normal price of the product. So after designing this, you should be able to add up something. So let's say you add up, let's add something, Omo. Omo detergent. So what's the common name? People normally call it just Omo. Then the retailer, I said you should send retailer to the what amount in stock. So if you have only 10 in the company, write 10. Then the price of Omo, let's say the one of 300 naira. So once you click on add, you can see now we have here what Omo, the common name Omo, amount 10 and 300. Can you see that? If I add another thing, what do we have? Maggi cube. Huh? So Maggi cube is the product name. You're changing its part name to product name. This customer, we are changing it to what? Common name. What do people normally call Maggi cube? They simply go to shop and say Maggi without putting the cube, isn't it? Then stock, how many are we having it? We are having 300 of it in stock. What's the price of one Maggi? 10 naira. Then you do what? Add. You can see. So as you're adding, the products is coming here. If you want to change, if your order tells you that Omo is no longer 300 or it's now 600, if I click here, it's going to come up here. This is similar to the application we did before. So it's now what? 400. I now put 400. And when I say add again, I cannot say add now. I say update. So if I update now, it's now having 400. You understand? If I press on clear input, it will clear everything that is here. Bagam, so everything is cleared. But if I want to remove something from the database, say I want to remove Maggie, I click on Maggie and say remove part. You see, it goes out. So this will now be add product, remove product, update product, clear input. So do that. I want to see you do your design in such a way that you color your background, make your things looking very beautiful. So the person that has the most beautiful inventory is going to be the person that will win the 200. So once you finish, simply get to the code, part manager on the pie. This is the code. So you're going to learn how to work on a code base that is already there. That's the essence of this work, which is what you are going to also be doing when you be working. So this is normal import TK, enter from TK, import TK from message bot, import DB from database, just the normal thing. So here, what they did here was to create the GUI. So this is GUI. So after creating the GUI, the buttons and everything, you started now creating the functions. This is the function that populates the list. This is the function that adds item, so that when you click add, it will add. This is the function that is used in selecting item. This is the function that does remove from the database. And this is the one that does the update. And this is the one that does the clearing. Is that clear? So that is what you do. It's very simple. What else? Then in the db.py, that's where you have the database connection and other function that relates to the database. You can see we imported SQLite like we did before. Then the class of database initialize to make our connection. You can see this thing, we call it db_con in the other one. Abi, the cursor, we call it the cursor in the other one, isn't it? So this is the normal connection. After creating the table, the database, you create the table and commit. This is the one for fetching, which is select. This is the one for inserting, which is insert query, inside SQL query. This is the one for remove. This is the one for update. And this is one to close off the database when you're done. So this is very simple. You might not even need to do anything on this other side. You understand? Except for simple things like this retail that you're going to be changing to common name and amount in stock. So this is just very easy for you. So check out these two files, make these modifications, and make your GUI to look very sweet, and then pass by telling me what I told you that you should do. What once you are following me on GitHub, make sure you let me follow in the WhatsApp group that we are all in. Type in your own GitHub name there, just like my own is Augustine the Don. Type in your GitHub name there so that I'll go and look for you and follow you. So that once you're done, the way I pushed today, the way I pushed everything to GitHub, push your own code to GitHub so that I'll go and check it. Thank you. God bless you. Get ready for Monday. Monday we are starting online money making. It's going to be super interesting, super interesting. In fact, immediately after doing it, you're going to start doing something immediately. Thank you. God bless. Okay.
My work is not pushing to GitHub.
Okay. So that means there are errors somewhere. So maybe when we meet up, you ask me that. If you can tell me the error, which error is it showing?
As I typed everything finished, the thing was not loading. Okay.
So make sure that you are logged into your GitHub account and you've tried. Have you pushed anything before?
No, sir.
So that's your issue. You're supposed to tell it your credentials, your email. They are supposed to be telling you there that you should put email. So you put your email, put your password, so that you can link up your vscode Git to the GitHub. So the people that were in the class the last time I did it, they all know this. So if you are around, you have to come to the office. Is that
right, sir?
Try and come to the office so I will show you that. Any other question?
All right, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to be signing off. Thank you and God bless you.